Welcome to the NCAA Softball Regionals presented by Capital One. Back in February, this is the day every team hoped for, a regional final. Today, the UCF Knights from the Big 12 meet the number 9 national seed Seminoles on the Knowles home field here in Tallahassee. UCF is 2-0 after yesterday's 10-1 5-inning win over Stetson. Shortstop Aubrey Evans hit a second-inning grand slam, and the Knights rolled from there. Florida State, they had to win twice yesterday and did in convincing fashion. And how about the two-way star Ashton Danley? Hit 3 home runs against Stetson and was the winning pitcher to boot. So the Seminoles, who lost to Stetson, got their revenge last night, but they have to beat UCF twice today to advance to the Supers. The Knights just one victory away from their second Super Regional in program history. Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to Tallahassee alongside former Duke captain Rain Wilson. I'm Clay Matvick. Great to have you with us. Let's send somebody to the Super Regionals here today. This is the matchup a lot of people were hoping to see, and we're going to get it. And this is the 7th time these two programs are meeting in the national tournament. And this is an in-state rivalry. And if you're a Knights fan, history not on your side. 0 for 6 the last 6 times. But UCF in the driver's seat today have to be beaten twice against this Florida State team. It's going to be a battle from pitch 1 to the final pitch. UCF in its 4th regional final in the last 5 years, trying to break through to the Supers for the first time since 22. And this might be their best offensive team in program history. And I think iron sharpens iron in the Big 12. And I think that's what we've seen from this Knights team all year long. The ability to score in a ton of different ways. They've got arms in the circle to propel them to the 2nd Super appearance in program history. Florida State, been there, done that, 16th straight regional final, made the Supers in 11 of the last 12 years. But again, they have to win 2 today. They have to win 2 today. UCF only has played 2 games. Florida State has been a little bit more taxed, having to work through the loser's back bracket, losing game 1, seeking their 12th Super. And the last 13, they've been there. You said it, Clay. They've done that before. Both teams going with their ace in this high noon matchup. UCF. Florida State coming up next. Moments away from our first pitch here in Tallahassee on the day we're going to crown a champion in this regional. UCF and Florida State ready to go. Capital One starting lineup for the Knights of UCF. What a year it's been for Aubrey Evans, the All-Big 12 shortstop. 3 for 5, 4 runs batted in the regional. Had a grand slam yesterday in the 2nd inning against Stetson. She's getting married in November. I don't think you're going to find a happier person on the planet right now. Yeah, I mean, Aubrey Evans is putting together an all-time year. Wedding in November, as you mentioned, but a huge hit yesterday to propel her team, and she's going to have her hands full, as the rest of this Knights offense will, facing Jazzy Francic in the circle, the sophomore 2026 ACC pitcher there. You see by the numbers why that is. 115 punch-outs
and 146 innings pitched. But you look at the regional numbers, and hasn't been what Jazzy Francic, I'm sure, among the top of the list, what she's wanted. But in 5 2/3 innings, she got beat up a little bit. In her first appearance, gave up 5 earned runs to a great Stetson offense. Came out yesterday, pitched 3 innings. No earned runs. We'll see if she can continue that here in game 1 of today.
Yeah, she was the winning pitcher yesterday, so a nice bounce back game for her. Francic is ready. Aubrey Evans is ready, and we are underway, and the first pitch is a strike. So Aubrey Evans, the first hitter that we're going to see in this lineup, in 1 through 3 yesterday in the order against Stetson, was 6 for 10 with a couple of homers. Into center, and Kennedy Hart reaches up and makes the catch. It was hit on a line, but Evans is out on 2 pitches.
A great start for Francic, and she has a lot of tools. 56 to 67 mile per hour, and she can manipulate the speed on all 3 of the curve, drop, and rise ball. The key here is, can she keep these Knights hitters guessing and off time?
Kendall Yarnell, the designated player again, 2 for 7 in the regional with a home run and a couple of runs batted in. We've also seen her in the outfield, but she has been the primary DP and absolutely terrific at it. 15 home runs on the year. It's been a breakout sophomore year, and I think we can say that about a lot of Knights. They have elevated their game this season.
Yeah, in the fall, they talked about what can we do differently, how can we create some resilience, and this is not a heavily veteran-loaded team, but these sophomores, these juniors, these freshmen playing like veterans this weekend.
The offense is scary good. Program record 69 homers, 5 players double-digit home runs. And that's a first to have that many in program history. 1-2 pitch, upstairs, 2-2. Florida State looking for a 4th straight super regional appearance, but they're going to have a lot of heavy lifting today.
Yeah, and you can tell they've done their prep work. You can see Ashton Danley in left center field based on the spray chart of Yarnell.
Kind of went fishing. That was a pitch way out of the zone, and Yarnell pops it up. Torres makes the catch. Maybe the best defensive shortstop in the country, and that's not saying anything about her offense. She is absolutely fantastic, the ACC Player of the Year.
Just such a weapon on both sides in softball. I mean, an absolute vacuum. She and Jason E. Beecham at third base talk about, call each other cookies, yum, 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 when they get the ball hit to them. Does it there again.
Damon down the line, stopped by Griggs. Race to the bag, she'll win it. Nice job by the freshman, Haley Griggs, to prevent extra bases. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Francic. The outstanding Isa Torres ready to lead it off. Here's the Capital One starting lineup for Florida State. And after they got shocked by Stetson on Friday, they rebounded with 2 blowouts. First time Florida State has scored 10 or more in multiple regional round games. 22 runs on 30 hits yesterday, 7 home runs. This lineup was on fire. You talk about passing the bat this time of the year. I don't know if I've ever seen it better than yesterday with Florida State.
You know, they looked unbeatable. I don't know if there was anybody who could beat them yesterday. And we'll see if the sophomore in the circle for the Knights and Issa Vega today. Incredible year last year, All-American her freshman season. Taking on more of the workload this year. 143 innings pitched. ERA a little bit inflated, but still very, very solid.
Battle of the Isas. 2 really good ones, too. Torres 7 for 12 in the regional. And those 7 hits came in 7 straight at bats yesterday. Weak pop-up to Evans. That's a great start for Vega. And she gets Torres, who's swinging it as well as anybody in the country right now and has been all year.
Yeah, she's got an elite rise ball, which we saw there. Arm side action away from Torres in the left-handed batter's box. Also has a sweeping change. The key for me, too, is to see her mix both of those. This Florida State team's so good at hunting a pitch. And so if you can keep them guessing, you give yourself a better chance. But if they are able to sit on one pitch, for example, that rise ball, and you don't mix speeds or mix locations, man, they are tough to beat.
1 ball and no strikes to Jason Beecham. Beecham, the third baseman again, as she always is. 48-game on-base streak, 4 for 11, couple of homers. She has driven in 9 in the tournament. That rolls in for Vega. Beecham from right here in Tallahassee. And this fan base really turns out for Knowles games. They love all the players, but she's a homegrown talent.
And you can hear it when her name is announced here at Joanne Graff. These fans lose it.
Vega jammed her inside. Beecham fights it off. It's 2-2. That average for Beecham, a tick over 400. She's going to walk down for a chat with Travis Wilson. So obviously she's noticing something here from Issa Vega. They're having a little bit of communication. What do you think the gist of this conversation's about, Rain?
You know, I think it could be a couple things. My guess is Florida State always goes in with a game plan of what pitch they're going to hunt. And Jason Beecham has now gotten a steady diet of up and in with the elite rise ball to Vega. Now with 2 strikes, you're not going to hunt a certain pitch. You're going to just battle. Been wondering if there's discussion about what they might be seeing with the grip.
2-2. Skips to the second baseman, Humphreys. And Beecham is retired. Well, Ashton Danley, first player in NCAA tournament history with 3 homers in a game that she also pitched in. We got to start calling her the Shohei Ohtani of college softball.
I mean, it's remarkable to hit 3 home runs in one game, period. Or in a weekend, period. But to balance that in one game and also go out into the circle and dominate speaks to her work ethic, speaks to her athleticism, speaks to the strength and conditioning of this program. That is hard to do, to balance both sides of the ball and school. Unbelievable by the junior.
Saw those numbers, absolutely fantastic. She has also pitched 6 1/3 innings in this regional, has allowed just 2 earned runs. And now Beth Damon goes out to talk to Vega. Ashton Danley, they call her Do-It-All Danley for her 2-way ability. And she's excellent in the outfield as well. Hits, pitches, and plays defense. Just does it all. (2-0). There's a strike. So she joins Sydney Sherrill As the only players in Florida State history with a 3-homer game, Cheryl did it in May of 2022 against North Carolina State. But she did it on the biggest stage, the national tournament. Took something off, 2-2.
Yeah, there's that elite rise ball. In on the hands. Now Danley has seen the rise ball arm side away from her and the rise ball in. Asked to attack and be able to defend both here with 2 strikes.
Did she go? Yes, she did. Strikeout to end the inning. Isa Vega, her first K of the day.
And it's elite movement up, but it's the command to both sides of the plate, up and in for strike 2, and then up and away for strike 3.
On this Sunday, let's update you on the national tournament. Of the national seeds, 15 are playing today in the finals, and 11 have started 2-0. However, 3 need 2 wins today, including the number 9 national seed, Florida State, and Rain's alma mater, Duke. Oregon has been eliminated.
What's so funny about that, Clay?
I'm sorry. Sorry. Former Duke captain, in fact, 4 years as Duke captain, Rain Wilson. Clay Matvick here, glad to have you with us on this Sunday afternoon. Another beautiful day in Tallahassee as the Knights come back to the plate. This is Izzy Murtis, the left fielder. Francic looked good in her first inning. 8 pitches is all she needed to get through the top 3 in the order that came in red hot for the Knights.
Yeah, huge first inning on both sides of the ball. Jazzy Francic, a sophomore, Isa Vega, a sophomore, building their tournament resume, and good first innings are key to rhythm, to confidence, especially when both of these offenses, which I imagine both of these players know, are firing on all cylinders.
Good numbers for Murtis, 2 for 7 in the tournament. Has a team high 17 doubles, had one yesterday. That was a little bit out of the zone, and Murtis went after it. And that is strikeout number 1 for Jazzy.
Jazzy Francic has the velo drop, and it was the first pitch of this at-bat that got a called strike on the outside edge. I think Murtis thought maybe was a little bit too far. Francic works off of that pitch for the 3rd strike of the at-bat. 70-mile-per-hour drop on the outside edge, tough to catch up to. First punch out for Francic.
Sierra Humphreys goes by Cece, and she is a scrappy player. 3 for 8 in the tournament. On Friday, scored the game-winning run in that amazing comeback against Jacksonville State after a leadoff single in the 8th inning. She stole second after that hit, was called out originally. It was reviewed, it was discussed about, and then it was overturned, and that was a key play in the game. Boy. That was amazing, that comeback. Down to the last tied the game in the 7th, won it in the 8th, 2-1. 2-2.
And I gotta imagine, Clay, if that ball that Kendall Yarnell had been a foot foul, then and maybe Jack State gets that final out, what would this regional look like? I don't know. It's the what if game. But instead, it's UCF that, with their final strike, battled and battled and battled, and then has not looked back. I mean, the offense yesterday versus Stetson was lights out. CeCe Humphrey is a huge part of it.
Full count to Humphreys. Swing and a miss.
Jazzy Frantic is putting on a clinic in terms of command and the ability to mix speeds and spin the ball. She'll feed you a 70-mile-per-hour drop on the outside edge, and then she'll go with the off-speed curve, back and forth. So hard to time up one, let alone both, with 2 strikes. Second punch out of the game, 11th of the regional for the sophomore.
And now Ashley Griffin, veteran first baseman, was on that 2022 Super Regional team. Strike on the outside corner. You know, the comeback a couple of days ago for the Knights, it was the best comeback of the tournament until yesterday when we saw Texas Tech do what they did. And also Virginia Tech had an amazing comeback yesterday.
Well, that's why when you look at a day like today where UCF has to be beaten twice, and there's a number of those matchups across the country, it's anybody's game. I mean, the comebacks, the offensive explosions, the streaks that you see, but also now, I mean, early on, we're seeing 2 aces go at it. Jazzy Frantic is putting on a clinic. This sitting Isa Vega looked great in the bottom half of the first.
Ground ball. Beecham with a candy hop. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Frantic has set down the first Knights in order. Cindy Ball-Malone, the head coach at UCF. They call her Coach Bear. Second year in a row getting to a regional final. Lost to the eventual national champ Texas in the final of the Austin Regional last year. Had to come through the losers bracket to get there after dropping game 1 to Michigan. This is a much easier path, being 2-0, and they have to be beaten twice today.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And they've got to beat a team that they have never beat in the NCAA tournament, but a team that they're familiar with. This is an in-state rivalry. UCF has played a handful of regionals here in Tallahassee. They knew what the environment would feel like. And you can tell so far today, playing good softball.
Anna Hine, Kennedy Harp, and Bella Ruggiero to hit here in the second for Florida State. 32-3 at home this year. Hard to beat this club anyway, but especially at Joanne Graff Field. Anna Hine is the designated player. What a true freshman season she has had. You just saw her numbers. And, you know, it's always amazing to me, you know, freshmen, when they adapt this well to Division I softball, from high school to this, and not a problem for a player like Anna Hine or any of the freshmen in this lineup, and there are 4 of them total.
And my goodness, Anna Hine just looks so comfortable in the batter's box. So patient, doesn't swing out of herself. It's clear she has an approach. She sticks to that plan. She hunts pitches. Such a weapon for Florida State.
Hit on the hands, jam shot right to Evans. That's the second time that Isa Vega has gotten a star player in this lineup to flare a weak pop-up to Evans.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the righties of this Florida State offense, how they adjust to getting jammed up. Beecham, weak ground ball to the right side, off a jam shot. There, Hine gets jammed up with 2 strikes. It's the elite movement by the sophomore in the circle.
There's another one to Evans, and she gets there. Boy, 2 really good shortstops on display in this game.
Yep. Made that look easy. Great jump off the bat. But again, Isa Vega's movement and velocity in on the hands. It's one thing to hunt the pitch as an offense, right? And what I mean by that is, you know Vega's going to go in your hands as a righty. All right, I'm going to get up, I'm going to set up, and I'm going to attack that pitch. It's another to execute with the elite movement in on your hands. It's just hard to get the barrel out on her rise ball in.
So the veteran Kennedy Harp is out on 1 pitch, and now Vega dealing to Bella Ruggiero. The freshman who's had a tough time here over the last several games. 1 for 11 with an RBI here in the regional. But I think that hit yesterday was big for her, Rain, because 1 for 22 over the last 7 games. I mean, she was hitting .374 less than a month ago, and the average down under 300 now. But maybe some signs that she's going to break out of it.
And I think Bella Ruggiero, when you look at her at bats and how hard she's hit the ball, it's just been right to the defender. So you got to credit UCF and Stetson and Jack State for their ability to look at the spray charts, look at the data, and prepare. But to your point, Clay, sometimes it just takes one to find a hole.
Another good inning for Isa Vega. 3 pop-ups to the left side of the infield. We played 2 in Tallahassee. Still no score. We've got a pitcher's duel as we move to the third inning. The regional final here in Tallahassee. UCF and the number 9 national seed Florida State scoreless, neither team with a hit. Jazzy Francic has thrown 14 total pitches, 8 for strikes, has faced 6 hitters. Isa Vega, 9 total pitches, 5 strikes, and has faced 6 total hitters.
Not bad at all. I mean, how many times this year have you heard the words pitcher's duel? With how good offenses are, how much data they have to prepare, these machines now that you can put spin rate into, replicating every single pitch you might see. And I know it's early, but still incredible on both sides.
This is Coco Jaimez. Friday had an amazing day. 3 for 4, the game-winning RBI in the 8th inning against Jacksonville State. She had 3 of the team's 8 hits. And yesterday, as fate would have it, she was the only player in the lineup without a hit. But boy, Friday was she good.
And really was the name you circled that day. 3 for 4, obviously the game-winning hit, but the sign of life for this Knights offense throughout that game too. Just great hand-eye, ball to barrel, and a lot of confidence coming from the left side of the batter's box.
Trying to slap it the other way. So UCF, that was a 2-1 win in 8 innings. They were down to their last out in the 7th, tied it and won it in the 8th, and then just exploded yesterday. They were more free swinging yesterday. 10 runs, 12 hits. Aubrey Evans said after the game they were more disciplined, and they talked about it going into day 2.
Yeah, I think you got to give a ton of credit to Jack State's freshman McKenna Moore, who has elite stuff. But I would certainly agree with that assessment of they swung outside of themselves a little bit more in game 1, and then, I mean, yesterday, it was that, to me, it was that Aubrey Evans grand slam that just gave them the jet fuel that they needed and have not looked back since that moment.
Again, 2-2 gets her to roll over. So 7 in a row retired by Jazzy Francic. Kenna Sturgis again at second base. This is such a good defense behind the pitching for the Seminoles. A .985 fielding percentage, first in the ACC, top 3 in the country. And one of the best at turning double plays. That middle infield of Torres and Sturgis has been good all season long. 32 twin killings this year.
Remarkable. And McKenna Sturgis has stepped in and been flawless, replacing Marin Heller, who was another freshman on this team, going down with an injury in late April. She's a big reason why this team is here. No, she's not thrilled to not be playing, but wish her a speedy recovery. But to your point, Clay, this defense as a whole, I circle the word depth. Their ability to develop players as well, how good they are at plugging certain spots, and it shows in the fielding percentage.
Ball and a strike to Zoe Calvez. 2 for 6 in the tournament. She's an Orlando native. Started her college softball career at LSU. Transfers back home, and she's been a big piece to this run to the national tournament for the Knights.
And we talk about this lineup, and at the top part of it, there's a lot of power. But at the bottom, Coco Jaimez, Zoe Calvez, Samantha Ray, they set up that top. And a ton of righties, and then you got Jaimez, Calvez, lefty-lefty slappers who find the way on, who raise the pitch count, and then turn the lineup over to Aubrey Evans, the leadoff, who can also hit the long ball.
Doesn't chase, full count. Francic was dominant in the ACC tournament. Well, up and down here so far in the regional, but was good yesterday. Sophomore from Rockledge, Florida. Payoff pitch. Didn't mean to, and it's an easy roller to the first baseman, and the out. Griggs had to hurry because Calvez motors, but it's the second out of the third.
Yeah, it's a huge out. And when you actually look at Jazzy Francic's numbers, lefties are batting .253 off the sophomore. Righties batting only .152. So to isolate Jaimez, isolate Zoe Calvez in the bottom of this order, now having to deal with Samantha Ray, obviously another lefty, huge early in this game.
The center fielder is leading the team in batting average. You don't normally see this from 9-hole hitters, but that's the case for Samantha Ray, the California native, hitting .396. 1 for 3 officially in the tournament. Also has a couple of walks, hit by pitch. She hit .475 in conference play this year in the Big 12.
I mean, she's a key piece to this offense. There's so many names you can call out as to why they've broken the records offensively, but I don't think you can exclude Ray Ray.
Who's going to get the first hit? Samantha Ray in the top of the order for the Knights. Flared out to left center, and there it is. Why wouldn't it be Samantha Ray? She's been doing it all year.
And these lefties are just battling. Gets a curveball in off speed early in the AB, and then gets fooled a little bit on speed in that pitch, but kills time with the legs, trusts the barrel, and then lets the bat speed do the work, finds a hole out in left center field. First hit of the day for either side.
And now back to Evans. She has been the primary leadoff hitter over the last month. I don't see this changing at all. Should UCF advance beyond Tallahassee, because she has been a real catalyst for this offense, leading the team with 56 runs scored.
And she can do it with power. She can do it with her speed. She's dropped bunts this weekend. She's drawn the walks when she's had to.
And to the gap in left center, it's down, backhanded by Harp. Trying to get it in quickly. Here's the relay to the plate, not in time. Into third, safe is Evans. And the Knights lead it 1-0.
And it's another 2-out clutch hit by the senior captain, Aubrey Evans. Gets an off-speed pitch on the outside edge, kills time with the legs, and then Ray Ray, the 9-hole, doing what she's done all year long, using the wheels. Aubrey Evans gets to third base, and the Knights score first.
It's a double. With the run batted in for Evans, takes third on the throw. What a tournament she has had. Her fourth hit, her fifth run batted in this weekend. And the Knights break out in front here in the third inning. Maddie Fry, who's doing the catching today for Florida State with a snap throw, made that a very close play at third. Kind of surprised there wasn't a challenge.
Yeah, it looked close, but Jason E. Beecham tried to sell it, and a great job by the senior Maddie Fry to look next play. It was close at home as well. But Aubrey Evans, credit the slide over there at third base to keep this inning alive.
Yarnell back to the circle, and Francic has it to end the threat. UCF needing a win in this ball game to move on to the Supers. They've got the lead now in Tallahassee.
And it's the captain, Aubrey Evans, doing it again. Knights up one game away from a Super Regional.
nothing like the Women's College World Series.
Good time of year for sports fans, especially this game. We're going to have you covered at the Women's College World Series in Oklahoma City again this year. UCF, can they do it for a second time in program history? One win is all they need. Florida State needing 2 today to get to a 12th super in the last 13 tournaments. That's a remarkable run.
It is. Just so good year in and year out. And I think, obviously after the big upset on Friday against Stetson, across college softball, there's a lot of doubt in the Seminoles, but if you've been a fan of that woman for a long time, or if you've followed what she has done in her career as the head coach of Florida State, you know never to count this team out.
You went to one of her camps back in the day, and I know you were really impressed with her when you were a high schooler.
Oh, I mean, it was anyone up and down the East Coast, I'd say, the top of their list was playing softball at Florida State. And Lacey Waldrop was from my area in Richmond, Virginia, obviously one of the greats, now a Hall of Famer at Florida State. And she proved that, hey, a kid from a small town outside of Richmond, not a California kid, not a Florida kid, could make it. And Lonnie Alameda is a huge part of that, her development, how she's evolutionized this sport. And one thing she said is if you don't go with this game and evolve with this game and learn with this game is going to pass you by. And she's done just that year over year.
1 ball and 2 strikes to the first baseman Griggs in the 7-hole. Vega hit hard, but it's going to be fouled. So Vega retiring the first 6 Noles she has faced today. It's Griggs, Fry, and Sturgis, the bottom of the order here in the 3rd.
Yeah, and that, to me, that's a great sign for Florida State. Obviously, it's a foul ball. But deep in this lineup, are they having conversations in the dugout about how these right-handers are getting beat? Up and in, they're getting jammed up. There, Sturgis, the freshman, makes the adjustment a little early, but a good sign for the Seminoles offense.
Haley Griggs, 4 hits in the regional, including a home run. And one of 6 Seminoles this year with double-digit doubles, as Florida State leads the nation with 121 two-baggers. So Vega pitching with the lead. And the thing we've noticed about Vega is confidence is key for her. Having an advantage on the scoreboard has to help.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Knowing how good her offense has been swinging it, but coming off the freshman All-American season, she's been the name that every offense takes a little bit more preparation. They're going to set up the machine for Issa Vega before the game. Last year, working with Felton, ERA was a little bit lower. ERA 2.83 is amazing. And so she deserves to have a ton of confidence, but has been knocked around a little bit more this year than last. And so to your point, Clay, confidence is key here today.
8th pitch of the at-bat, goodbye, home run. Biggest moment in the career of that rookie. Haley Griggs ties it at 1.
Haley Griggs has been one of the key pieces for this team all weekend long. It was about which righty is going to adjust to the pitch up and in. The freshman does it there. 200 down the left field line. Watch out for that bus. This one almost into the parking deck. We are tied up in the bottom of the 3rd.
7 home runs on the year for Griggs, and the crowd wants a curtain call. There it is. And this is Maddie Fry now. 3 of the 5 hits in the regional for Griggs have been extra base hits. That's her 2nd homer I mean, that's rising to the occasion. And again, she's a freshman.
And it really feels like for this Florida State offense all weekend long, when one goes, the rest go. And Maddie Fry, to me, is a great example of that, too. Coming into this game, 23 at-bats. First career multi-hit game was yesterday for the senior. So stepping up when it matters most.
I think Coach Alameda is giving her the nod today, too, obviously because she contributed well on the offensive end. But she made 2 spectacular plays, one in each game behind home plate yesterday.
Yeah, she was key. And also one of the emotional leaders as there's a softball on the field.
Yeah, time called. And so it's going to be no pitch.
Coming from the bullpen can happen sometimes. But going back to that point, Clay, about Maddie Fry, yes, came in and has done that throughout the season as a pinch runner for Hind, will stay in to catch. But then I think after the day she had, hey, why not put Hind in at the DP? And have Fry play behind the plate and hit.
And she's got a hitter's count here, 3-1, as Vega gives up a leadoff home run to the freshman Briggs. Now the senior Fry works it to a 3-1 advantage. Chased it upstairs, and Fry knew it.
Yeah, and that's the elite movement of Issa Vega. You can see Maddie Fry a little bit further off the plate than some of these righties. 3-1 count, you are sitting a pitch, sitting aside. That one was the yes, 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 no mentality, but you know, that's what happens when you face an elite pitcher. Sometimes they beat you.
That was ball 4, but it's a full count now to Fry. Payoff pitch. Nice play there by Travis Wilson. This coaching staff for Alameda is very tight group.
Yeah, and talking about that camp back in 2013 for me as a 13-year-old, there's Kaylee Rafter, one of the data minds. Travis Wilson was an incredible part of that camp too.
That's a good at bat for Fry. After the 8-pitch at bat for Griggs, Fry is making Issa Vega work for that first out of the inning. And the more she throws, the more that these Florida State hitters can see her and adjust.
Yeah, and if they want to take 2 today, this will be a key piece of it. Can they figure out Issa Vega?
Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Just nipped the black.
Curveball outside edge. We've seen a tight strike zone this weekend. This one, not as tight. A great pitcher's pitch. Maddie Fry behind the plate herself knows that strike zone. Jaw dropped at that call, but tip your cap to Issa Vega, who executed a curveball on the outside edge.
That's her second strikeout, first one looking. As McKenna Sturgis comes up, the number 9 hitter. Our home plate umpire is Chris Neighbors. His strike zone a couple of days ago was extremely tight. I thought that was a strike. It did hit the edge.
I think it's tough. Whether it was a strike or not, I think the hard part for athletes right now is it being consistent. You know, you can make do with either or, but I know these athletes know these umpires and they know their zones. And Maddie Fry, specifically behind the plate, I'm sure she's thinking, hey, we better get that call for Jazzy Francis. I think maybe too tight to take. The Florida State fans giving it to our home plate umpire now, feeling like that last pitch mirrored what Maddie Fry got rung up on. But early in this game, first time through the lineup, it's about recognizing what that zone is, hoping it's consistent, and then making adjustments from there.
Hammered to left. Skips off the wall. On her way to second is Sturgis, and she'll get there standing up. 1 out double. And for the Florida State Seminoles, their 122nd of the season.
Lonnie Alameda said after the Game 1 loss, we have a lot of freshmen, and we're going to find out who we are. And so far today, and going from yesterday, you found out these freshmen have not skipped a beat. They've been the spark plug so far in this decisive Game 1 on Elimination Sunday. There it's McKenna Sturgis, now 5 for 10 on the weekend. Passes the bat to Isa Torres.
This crowd will climb all over you. And for Isa Vega, she had a breezy first 2 innings. Not so much here in the third.
And you got to credit this Florida State team, clearly having discussions, changing the approach. They're so good 1 through 9. So deeper into games, the more data points they get on you, the better they will be. And they've been really good here in the third.
Now Isa Torres at the plate, one of the best players in the entire country. Hit .436 last year. That's a Florida State record, but she's blowing that out of the water here in 2026.
It's video game-like. Unbelievable. 96 hits, 1,000 slugging percentage. Whew.
An amazing day yesterday, facing elimination. 7 hits, 7 straight at bats. And this was yesterday, 6 for 8. The last hit she had on Friday was the first of 7 in a row. Soft liner again to the shortstop Evans. So Isa Vega has retired Torres and a couple of pop-outs to Aubrey Evans.
Yeah, just disrupting the timing of Torres. A little bit out in front now twice. And a great job by the sophomore after Coach Bear, Coach Cindy Ball Malone, comes out to check on the sophomore, give her a moment to reset. You mentioned it, Clay, the fans here are excited, and they are right on top of you as a defender.
That skips and hits Beecham. So first and second, 2 outs. And when you think you're okay, because it's no sin to put Beecham at first base because she's so devastating, but now you have to deal to Danley with 2 on, and she hit 3 homers yesterday.
Yeah, not an ideal situation 1 through 9 against this team, but especially not against Danley, who's been lights out. Vega did strike her out in the first. I thought she well executed a sequence, but still such a dangerous hitter for Florida State.
Vega got her to strike out to end the first inning. Strike on the outside corner. Torres thought about bolting for third, but Beth Damon's got a cannon.
And Danley yesterday, 3 bombs in 1 game. Shohei Ohtani of softball also got the win in the circle and was lights out in the batter's box when her team needed her most. One of the veterans in this program said on Friday after that loss, it's 1 pitch at a time. They're gonna punch, we're gonna punch back. We've got everything to lose and we're gonna fight with everything we have.
Each home run looked different, too,
yeah,
how it came off the bat. That one down the right field line, the third one left a vapor trail. She had 2 in the parking lot on that side of the field, and then 1 off the scoreboard that was about as high as it was far. Two and 2 to Danley, 2 outs. Look out. And another full count. And this is a critical pitch coming up here for Isa Vega, and I think she knows it.
Yeah, 3-2, 2 outs. Runners will be moving on the pitch. So a base hit out to center field, or out to the outfield. Likely gonna score Sturgis.
Struck her out again. So the Noles will strand to Isa Vega. Gives up a homer, but that's all she allows.
Danley, 3 home runs yesterday. Isa Vega, the sophomore in the circle, delivers 2 punch-outs today. We are all tied up after 3.
What a ball game. UCF won, Florida State won as we move to the 4th inning. This is exactly what we expected, certainly what we hoped for. Very competitive ball game. Cindy Ball Malone in her 8th year as head coach. Coach Bear leading the Knights. And Coach, you've got a very confident pitcher out there, it would appear, in Isa Vega. What are you noticing from your right-hander?
Yeah, I mean, she's doing a great job. 1 missed pitch. This is a great team, and that's what they do with it. But we got a lot of ball game left, and I think the best is yet to come for her.
And Coach, obviously you are a wonderful pitcher. You're a great pitching coach, great head coach. Jazzy Francic can mix speeds well, really good in the circle. What's the offensive approach for your team?
I mean, regardless of who the pitcher is, like you said, she's a great pitcher, but regardless of who that pitcher is, we're going to stick to our plan and pick the pitch we want.
We appreciate it, Coach. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have the Cheez-Its on your shoulder today. Oh, they have, their motto is chip on the shoulder. Well, today was Cheez-Its.
Yeah, it's just a joy to talk to Coach Bear and hear her approach, and I think that is the approach that this team has to have. Trust themselves, hunt your pitch. If you start to overanalyze all the different tools and what you might see coming from Francic, it's paralysis by analysis.
Beth Damon leading it off for the Knights in a tie ball game against Jazzy Francic. Coach Bear, mother of 4 kids, but she has a bunch of daughters that she just absolutely loves. Such a tight team. As Beecham throws it wide, and Damon is going to be aboard to start the 4th inning.
Yeah, dribbler out to the left side, and I think Beecham thought she had to be a little bit quicker here. Rushes the transition, off-balance throw. Great job by Griggs by catching that, not letting it ricochet. It's an error to start this inning, and Damon's on.
But it could be 2. They have to settle for 1. Again, 32 double plays. That's top 10 in the country for Florida State. They get Murtis to roll over, but she's fast enough to stay out of the twin killing.
Now batting number 8, Sierra Humphreys.
CeCe Humphreys to hit now. We're going to talk to Lonnie Alameda coming up in our next half inning. the 8-time ACC Coach of the Year. Very familiar playing here at home this time of year, but having to win 2 on a Sunday, we're not so used to that. And that's the task at hand.
Yeah, she's been very, very resolute in her approach after that Friday night win. She said, hey, it's postseason softball. This is what we expect. It's going to be punches thrown. We're going to battle our backs against the wall. We have no choice.
Two balls and a strike to Sierra Humphreys. CC has a legacy in this sport because her mom played in the Women's College World Series. Foul. The 1996 national champion Arizona Wildcats. Her mom, Krista, played on that team, and she would love to get to Oklahoma City and have a chance to compete for a national title as well.
Yeah, you can certainly tell it's been passed down to CC Humphreys because what an athlete she is. Such a weapon. Coach Bear talked about recruiting her. It was like recruiting 3 different players into one.
Just missed inside. So a 3-2 count. You see Francic doesn't agree. She thought that was a strikeout. She got back-to-back strikeouts to start the second inning. Hasn't had any since. She could use one here with a runner at first and 1 out. But she misses downstairs. That's a big take for Humphreys. Really good at bat.
Yeah, and I think that's what Coach Bear alluded to when she talked about what CC Humphreys brings. It's not only athleticism defensively at second base, but also patience, discipline, power, the ability to drop bunts, great base running. I mean, the list goes on. Showing it off there. Passes the bat to the senior Griffin.
Curtis at second, Humphreys at first for Ashley Griffin. Griffin 1 for 5 in the regional with a run batted in. Been in the program a long time. There's a chance to do some damage here in the 4th inning in a tie game. So Maddie Fry goes out to talk to Francic. The infield joins her.
Talking to Issa Torres ahead of this weekend about, hey, who are some of the vocal leaders, emotional leaders that maybe we don't see statistically? And she mentioned Maddie Fry behind the plate today, getting her 9th start of the year. And to see that that was the moment she needed to go out and talk to her pitcher. Misses the call in the 2-2 against Humphreys, now 1-0 against Griffin. Great job by the senior to pause. And I think that's the pitch that Jazzy Francic needs to continue to fill up the zone with, is that high velo drop ball. These righties have not proven that they can get the barrel out in time.
One and one to Griffin. UCF 0-6 all time against Florida State in the national tournament. And just need one to get it to the Super Regional round. And Griffin played on the night's first ever Super Regional team. Went to Norman, ended up getting beat in 2 games by the Sooners, but what an historic trip that was. Swung on and missed. And a strikeout for Jazzy Francic.
Huge pitch. High velo drop balls. And then the off-speed curve to finish it off. So hard to barrel up a pitch that you know is coming, let alone an off-speed and then a high velo. Does it there, and I think Lonnie Alameda is going to go have a conversation about these left-handers. Coco Jaime has been hot. I think she had a great at-bat her last time up, although rolling out to second base. Key moment here early in this game. Well, I guess it's kind of getting later in this game.
Well, this is where the Knights have been at their best, Rain, with 2 outs. They are 9 for 23 in the region with 2 outs. And of the 13 runs they have plated in this tournament so far, 6 have come with 2 outs.
And you have the exact right person up if you're UCF with how Jaimez has been swinging the bat all weekend, 3 for 4 in the first game of the game-winning RBI. 0 for 2 yesterday, but drew a walk, and I thought she had some good at-bats. Lefties have a statistical advantage against Francis. We'll see how it plays out here.
Jaimez swings at the first pitch and fouls it back to the screen. There you see her numbers. She was the Knights' best hitter in the Austin Regional last year, when 8 for 12, had a homer and 4 runs batted in.
You know, when we talked about the 0 for 6 record for UCF against Florida State, but I think you can get an aerial view and just chuck all of the statistics out of the window of the regular season and historically, because postseason is where stars are made. Jaimez has been a star for the Knights.
Inside. Crowd's not going to like it, but it was 2-2.
And it's a great pitch by Frantic. I mean, to go off speed in on these lefties and establishing that part of the zone is critical. But I did think it was in. We go 2-2.
Beecham steps on the bag at third, inning over. And the Knights leave 2. We talked to Coach Lonnie on the backside of this timeout. Tied at 1 here in Tallahassee. Terrific game so far on this Sunday. The regional finals, UCF 1, Florida State 1, as let's get ready to go here in the bottom of the 4th. Let's bring in the head coach, Lonnie Alameda. Coach, Jazzy Francis has been so good for you so long this season, and big moment here for her again today. What are you noticing from her so far this afternoon?
Just locked in, pitch by pitch. I mean, it's the entire team. It's not just her, right? Like, our back's against the wall, and we gotta keep our foot in the gas, you know, every pitch. And so I think she's just really locked in and very purposeful as she's throwing her pitches. Got a lot of good intent.
And Coach, Greg Sturgis, 2 of 9 freshmen that have been absolutely incredible. Can you talk about their growth and development this year?
Yeah, I mean, when you get 60 games under your belt, you know, I mean, the only thing you don't know is what postseason is because you haven't been in it. Otherwise, it's just a game and making adjustments. So second time through, can we make adjustments? Can we get on that little bit of a screwball and get the barrel out and, you know, make her throw balls in the zone? And, you know, I mean, the aces are going against each other right now, and let's push it to a pin game too. So we're really trying to stay, you know, past the bat minded right now.
Yeah, this is fun so far, Coach. We appreciate your time.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Bye.
Lonnie Alameda, over 1,000 career wins at Florida State. He's taken the team to 5 Women's College World Series, national title in 2018. And she has had to adjust to the new landscape in college softball, the way she recruits. She is going with the grassroots approach right now, and it's really working.
Yeah, brought in 9 freshmen, 0 transfers, only 1 of 2 D1 programs without a transfer. And they've used transfers in the past, specifically in the circle, but really felt like bringing in transfers would stunt the growth and development of these freshmen and the veterans. She said transfers come in, they expect to play, and she said, you know, not married to never bringing in transfers. But when you have Hind, Marin Heller, Haley Griggs, McKenna Sturgis, the list goes on, Dimitrievich in the circle, I don't know if you need to bring anybody next year.
And the freshman Hind leading it off here in the 4th. And the only run so far for Florida State coming off the bat of Haley Griggs, another rookie. Two balls and a strike to Anna Hind, who popped out to short her first time up. Isa Vega. Just 1 win in her last 5 starts. Trying to get back on track a little bit when it comes to that statistic. This one is hit high and deep to left. Murtis to the wall, and it's gone. Leadoff home run for Anna Hind at Florida State. Has its first lead of the day.
Speaking of freshmen, Lonnie Alameda has talked about Anna Hind, says she is so mature, swings it like a veteran, and asked the question, can we adjust second time through? I'd say Hind adjusted really well to the arm side movement, up and in. Launch angle on display, and the power gets this one out of the ballpark. Florida State up.
Ninth home run for Anna Hind. Such an impressive year for the freshman from Charlotte. She gets another curtain call. Her second home run of the regional. Her average went over 300 about a week into the season. And it's been around 330, 340 ever since. Just an impressive first year. And the second straight inning, a freshman has led off the inning with a home run for Florida State as Kennedy Harp is 0 for 1. Time is called. Cindy Ball Malone, who was a great pitcher in her own right back in the day, comes out to talk to Vega.
And I gotta imagine it's a conversation just to break up the rhythm a little bit. And even Coach Bear said it in the interview, hey, this is a good team. If you miss over the middle, they're going to make you pay. And I don't think that that was a bad pitch by Anna Hind. I think you just got to tip your cap, give credit to her and this team for making adjustments. That was the thing you circle second time through. Can the righties figure out that screwball / rise ball in on the hands? Hind does it there.
2 balls and no strikes to the 6-foot center fielder, Kennedy Harp. She was hitting in the 400s last year when she suffered a knee injury in April. She was done for the rest of the year, and they really missed her. Got out to a slow start. In fact, didn't even play the first 10 games of the season this year, but she has started to really catch fire over the course of the second half.
Well, just a testament to her ability to get treatment, go to physical therapy. Knee injuries are no joke. And so to come back and to be where she's at right now, so incredible.
Draws a walk. Vega hit a batter last inning. It didn't come back to bite her, but this is her first walk of the day. And so there'll be a base runner for Ruggiero. He popped out and fouled ground to the third baseman. She's 0 for 1. trying to advance the runner. Good job by James, who is charging on the play. But the sacrifice gets Harp into scoring position.
Yeah, Florida State understands this is a tight game. These are two aces going back and forth, getting after it out there. Not a team that sacrifice bunts a lot. So when they do, it sends a message that they are looking for some insurance against this UCF offense.
And now she has to deal to Griggs, who homered convincingly to left field. Well, that was about a 250-foot shot her first time up. It was an 8-pitch at bat. And she crushed it to left for her 7th of the year. All 3 hits today for Florida State have been by freshmen. And what a tournament it's been for the rookies. That sits off the plate, 2-1. You can see the adjustments in real time here for Florida State in the first couple of innings. That's the kind of pitch the Noles were chasing.
Yep, you're exactly right. And once they dial in a zone and get in these high leverage hitting counts, they are dangerous.
Straight back, just missed it, 2-2. UCF has had several of these quick huddles at the middle of the field here over the course of the first 4 innings. We have another brief one. And now the 2-2 to Griggs. Off speed, floats high and outside. Full count.
And there is one of the freshmen, Marin Heller, played second base for this team. A huge reason why they are here. An injury late in the year, and Coach Lonnie Alamidas, there's no one that wants to be on the field more.
He's going to stay in the ballpark this time. Ray makes the catch. Harp unable to tag. That is a big second out for Isa Vega.
Huge. To keep this game close within 1 would be critical, especially with how this offense of this UCF team can score. The home run power, 1 through 6, 7, 8, 9 lefties that find their way on for the home run hitters to hit them in. Hard to keep it close against this Florida State offense. Obviously, that is the goal for Isa Vega.
2-hit day for Maddie Fry yesterday in the lineup behind the plate. The regular catcher Anna Hind led off the inning with a home run as the designated player, giving Florida State the lead for the first time today. The Noles need to win 2 ball games to advance to the Super Regionals. The Knights, with a win in this one, will be on to the Supers. 1-0. Isa Vega gives up a leadoff home run for the 2nd inning in a row. But that's all Florida State will get.
It's Anna Hind with a solo shot to give her team the lead, but a lot of softball left. We head to the 5th. Noles up 1.
lot of emotion here in Tallahassee. UCF trying to get to a super regional for the second time in the program's history. Did it back in 2022, but they won that regional in Orlando. They try and do it here on the road against Florida State, a team they've never beaten in the national tournament. Florida State has to win 2 today. Winner of this regional plays the winner of the Los Angeles regional. UCLA and South Carolina battling there. The Gamecocks have to beat the Bruins twice. UCLA with an amazing comeback yesterday.
Yeah, just across softball, so many good comebacks, so many great moments. I mean, the parity of our sport, all-time high.
UCF, which needed an amazing comeback of its own against Jacksonville State on Friday. They're down to their last out. Ended up tying the game in the 7th, won it in the 8th, 2-1 with a walk-off. Zoe Calvez is 0 for 1. She's the 8-hole hitter in right field. It's Calvez, Ray, and the top of the order, Evans. Trailing for the first time in this game. Popped up. Jazzy Francic is going to give way to Beecham. That's good communication again from this defense, which plays at an elite level.
Well, it's the little things, the things that don't show up in the scorebook, but it's the preparation, it's the spray charts. These defenses, they are hearing and seeing what pitch is being thrown, and they adjust accordingly. They know where Jazzy Francic's off-speed curveball is likely going to be hit. And you can see in how they move as Francic pitches. They don't want to tip the batter off too early, but they are seeing what every pitch is as it's being called.
Samantha Ray, a base hit and a run scored. The only run so far for the Knights, trying to bunt her way on. And she has the wheels to do it. It's been fun to watch UCF play the last few days. They were stumbling before the start of the NCAA tournament, lost 5 of their last 8. They were knocked out of the Big 12 championship in the first round by Kansas. They were the only team coming into this regional, Rain, that was coming off a loss. So they were hungry to right the ship, and they have.
Yeah, and a bad loss, too. A loss that they got out ahead. Kansas clawed their way back. But they got a lot of time to practice, a lot of time to think about it.
Oh, that hitter. 2-1 pitch rides in on Ray. She's aboard with 1 out here in the 5th inning.
And I'm surprised there's not a little bit more protesting from Florida State on where the elbow of Samantha Ray was. If the ball is not completely in the batter's box, as the coaching staff is going to look at it on the video board, it's hard to see that batter's box line too. But if the ball is not completely in that batter's box, the batter has to attempt to move. And you see Francic fighting for it, but looks like we will play on.
Well, that's the second time that Francic has been unable to retire the 9-hole hitter. With that said, Ray, the best batting average on the team. She finds her way on, that time with a hit by pitch. And now the lineup turns over to Aubrey Evans, batting for the 3rd time and had an RBI double her last trip to the plate.
Yeah, this is a dangerous spot if you're Florida State. This is why you see the conference to say, hey, Aubrey Evans, one of those dangerous hitters. Let's remind ourselves, 1 pitch at a time, where we need to be. And it was this combo here with the Aubrey Evans double that scored the run earlier in this game.
Knights just 2 hits so far against Jazzy Francic. Evans has 1 of them. And up the middle, right at Harp. Boy, that was smoked. But Evans is the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, huge out there. That's the 3rd at bat in a row that Aubrey Evans has found solid contact. That time right at Harp. Doesn't get any easier, though, with the sophomore Yarnell.
And Lonnie Alameda comes out again. Well, don't miss a minute of the action from the NCAA Softball Regionals. We're taking you to the best live action on 7 Innings Live on the ESPN app. See every game and every big moment on the road to the Women's College World Series, only on the ESPN networks. Alongside former Duke captain Rainn Wilson and her entire crew on Play Matvick, it's like a rite of spring around here in Tallahassee. Florida State hosting a regional for the 12th straight season. And Joanne Graff Field hosting a regional for the 16th time overall. I don't know that there's a better on-campus softball environment than this one right here. The fans are into every pitch.
Yeah, and you get here 2.5 hours early. There are lawn chairs already in line waiting for that 1 hour mark to come into Joanne Graff. The excitement, the curtain calls. I think the support for Maddie Fry yesterday also speaks a lot to their knowledge of the game. They know what this means. These are not casual fans of softball.
Yarnell is 0 for 2, has a homer and a couple of runs batted in this weekend. 2-1. You know, if you do this kind of stuff, the fans show up. 38 national tournament appearances, second most in the country. And they're perennials in the postseason.
I imagine, too, for these fans, it's got to be really cool to see the development year over year of these athletes. They watch them grow up here.
Green light on 3-1 for Yarnell. And now full count to Kendall, who has had a breakout sophomore year. A lot of big hits. The Knights could use one from her right now. She leads the team with a slugging percentage of .785.
That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
And was quiet the first 3 at-bats of Friday's game against Jack State. And then since then has put together quality at-bat after quality at-bat in key moments.
Chased it. Not enough of it to spoil that pitch.
And it doesn't get easier with Damon. Obviously, Izzy Murtis, Cece Humphreys behind her, but to me, this is one of the names you circle. And if you can help it, preventing her, Yarnell, from beating you. Ray will be going, 3-2, 2 outs.
Fly ball right field. That's going to end the inning. Another good one for Jazzy Franczyk.
the drama, the anticipation of the Super Regionals, the road to the Women's College World Series.
Super Regionals next weekend, and that starts on Thursday, and then the following week, of course, the Women's College World Series in Oklahoma City. We'll have you covered. So there are 3 teams that must win 2 today that came in with a national seed ranking in front of their name. That includes the Seminoles, also Duke, also Texas A&M. And so Duke is down 1. A&M plays tonight. Florida State, they're up 1 as they bat here in the 5th. There's more pressure on you when you have that number in front of your name.
Yeah, and whether it's consciously, I don't think any of these coaches bring it up. Obviously, when the media talks to them, we talk to them, hey, just in their game, we don't know rankings, but subconsciously for these athletes, and they have social media. When Florida State got upset on Friday, I mean, it was all over. And no matter how many times you discuss one pitch at a time, one play at a time, subconsciously it can weed its way in. But I think that's why Florida State's so good, is because they are so committed to one play at a time, one pitch at a time, and you've seen that since that Stetson loss.
There's a strike from Vega to McKenna Sturgis, who doubled out of the 9-hole her first time up. It's 9-1-2 for Florida State, so that means we're going to see Isa Torres hit next. And if you don't know who she is, you should. Arguably the best player, most well-rounded player in the country. And she is 0 for 2 today, so you know that means she's due.
So dynamic. And when you look at the career she's had, getting better every year, didn't come into Florida State with many holes in her swing, but certainly does not have any holes now in her junior campaign.
Just foul. Right behind Laura King, the third base umpire. She didn't move, and if she had, it probably clips her.
Yeah, it's a dangerous spot over there. Travis Wilson, the third base coach, has avoided some softballs in his career. Laura King with a very quiet arm down movement there.
Three and 2 to Sturgis. Time call. Poked out to right. Calvez is there. And there's one down for Isa Torres, who has had an amazing career at Florida State. The junior from Georgetown, Texas. Career high for homers this year. Obviously going to set a program record for batting average. The numbers were gaudy last year, but amazingly better this year, and markedly so.
Remarkable. And we've talked about the offensive surge all weekend and all the advantages hitters have with the way they're able to prepare.
Scalds this one, but again, it's right at the defender, Calvez. So she's 0 for 3, but that one was hit pretty hard.
Yeah, starting to find the timing still a bit early. And you look at the heat map, and obviously 0 for 3 on the day, but you can tell has not happened much this year. The red is good. So last year, really good. How about this year? I mean, that's lava all over the strike zone, where she's been batting .500. I asked Isa before this week, and I said, if you were a pitcher, how would you pitch you? And we sat there, and it was silent for a long time because neither of us knew.
That's a scary thing when you don't even know what your own kryptonite is.
Well, and we asked Jazzy Frantic as well, hey, how would you throw Isa? How do you throw Isa in practice? She's like, goodness, I don't know. It's every time she's up, there's just no hole that you can exploit. And it's all about the preparation for the junior. She talked about how early on there was maybe some holes away in with the changeup early, and she just gets into the cages with the machine and hammers that spot when she has a hole. Just relentless preparation.
Raked foul by Beecham. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the third baseman. who was hit by a pitcher last time to the plate, extending that on-base streak to 49. Looking for her first hit of the game, has 4 in the regional and 8 runs batted in. You know, Isa Vega could use a 1-2-3 inning after giving up home runs each of the last 2 innings. And especially if she can get through Isa Torres and Beecham, it would be a real feather in the cap here in the 5th.
And I think you'll feel it and hear it if they are able to get Beecham out here from the Knights faithful. Because even Sturgis in the bottom lineup, a double in the 3rd, 5 for 10 on the weekend, has been a spark plug. Any 1-2-3 inning against this Florida State offense is something to be celebrated.
3-2. Oh, bowling ball. Walked her.
The second time that Isa Vega has rolled in a changeup to Beecham. Her last time up, it wound up hitting the leg of Beecham. That time rolls in, and that's going to be one of the X factors I circle too for Vega. Obviously, the elite movement to both sides of the plate, climbing up with the vertical separation, but also can she mix in that off speed with command?
So that brings up Danley, who's in left field today. Winning pitcher yesterday, 3 homers at the plate in the victory over Stetson in Game 2 for the Noles. She's been quiet this afternoon with a couple of strikeouts. And now Beth Damon goes out. Not sure that they're on the same page when it comes to dealing to Danley. They've gotten her to strike out on a pitch out of the zone twice today.
Yeah, I think it's a conversation to your point, Clay. Hey, what feels good right now? We've seen that changeup be rolled in. They've gotten Danley with the arm side velo, working away from the barrel of the lefty. And I think that was a moment to look back at Coach Barrett, who calls pitches, and say, this is working, this is not. Get on the same page.
"12 home runs on the season for Danley. 4 have come in the last 2 days. One and 2.
And they're peppering that pitch. And now it's about my best versus your best. They've gotten Danley out swinging and then looking. On that pitch on the outside edge, can they execute again, or can Danley adjust and barrel that pitch up?
Two-two. Ground ball. And the Knights are out of the inning. Noles strand 1 in the 5th. We head to the 6th. Seminoles leading it 2-1. Welcome back to Tallahassee and the NCAA Softball Regionals presented by Capital One. With Rain Wilson on Clay Matvick, here at Joanne Graff Field. Here's our game summary. The number 9 national seed needing to win 2 games today to get onto the Super Regionals, leading 2-1 over UCF. The Knights with a victory will be on their way to the Supers for the 2nd time in program history. What an evenly played game, especially when you look at the pitchers. The numbers very similar, pitch count, total strikes, and the edge obviously to Francic right now because she's pitching with the lead, but both stars, both aces have been great. There you see what's at stake. This is Beth Damon leading it off for UCF. The Knights coming here, winless all time in the national tournament against their in-state rivals. A lot of conference rivals for sure, but there's a rivalry here. When you meet that many times in the national tournament, there's bound to be. And UCF is 0-6. Can they get it done today against the Noles?
Yeah, 0-6 and 5-26 all time. So it's been domination by Florida State against this UCF Knights team. But we talked about it before, postseason softball, you can throw all that out the window. It is anybody's game on any given day.
1-2 pitch. Damon skies it to center. Kennedy Harp looking into the sunshine, makes the catch for the first out. These teams last met in the 2024 Tallahassee Regional, and the Noles won that ball game 5-1. It was a winner's bracket game on Saturday. Now Florida State needs to win this one and another one. Keep its season alive. Hit to second by Murtis. And Izzy Murtis is out on 1 pitch. 2 away.
Huge. And Jazzy Francic is in a great position with 85 pitches. Coming into this game, a little over 5 innings pitched on the weekend. Now, who knows? They've got arms in the bullpen if it gets to game 2 today, but it also helps with the data points. UCF attacking early in that last at-bat. And for Florida State, the more they command the zone early and induce these weak outs, the better off they are, not only for this game, but for game 2 if it gets to that point.
CeCe Humphreys is 0 for 1 with a walk, hitting .387. Trying to get something going for the Knights. Down a run here in the 6th. Ground ball again to Sturgis. And that is a breezy 6th for Jazzy Francic as Florida State is edging a little bit closer to a 2nd game against UCF later today. Florida State leads it 2-1. The difference in this ball game, Anna Hines leadoff homer in the fourth.
And it was the freshman who made the adjustment. Her first at bat had one of those weak fly balls to Aubrey Evans, her second time up. Similar pitch, up and in on the hand, something that's ate up these Florida State righties all day from Isa Vega. The freshman makes the adjustment for the solo shot. We'll see if she can do it again to give Florida State some insurance late in this game.
90th pitch for Isa Vega, misses downstairs. She'll face Hind, Harp, and Ruggiero here in the sixth. Florida State 47-0 when leading after 6 innings. They're going to have the lead after 6. How big will it be? This is a tall task, even though UCF came in the driver's seat. Having to beat this team twice on this field is really a challenge. There's only 3 losses this year for Florida State, and one came this weekend. That was Stetson who beat them here at home. The other 2 losses came to Alabama. There's no sin in losing to the Tide. But I can't imagine the Noles are going to let somebody beat them again here at home this weekend.
Yeah, and obviously don't want to lose game 1 against Stetson on Friday, of course. But I think when we talk about the Stanford series and getting swept for the first time since 2012 for head coach Lonnie Alameda, it was an opportunity for them to reset, refocus, realign. And I think that game on Friday night might have been just that. Obviously, no more losses to realign from at this point.
Called strike. Hind tried to coax a walk. It's a full count.
It was the 3-0 count that had a strike call up in the zone. This one down and in. Not as tight of a zone as we saw yesterday. Anna Hind, a catcher herself, now just needs to make a mental note, adjust. 3-2, nobody out. Huge moment in this game.
Strike 3.
And this one I actually think was a strike. Right at the knees, outer half, but the 2 pitches before, knowing that you have to now guard against a pitch up, a guard against a pitch down and in, and then she dots a drop ball low and away to freeze you up. Huge out for Vega.
Strikeout number 4 for Isa Vega. Trying to get her 19th win of the year and get UCF onto the Super Regional round. They need a little help from her offense. This is Kennedy Harp. 0 for 1 with a walk. Harp, a junior from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Great to see her back healthy again this time of year. Missed the postseason last year with that knee injury. Rise ball upstairs, foul back, 1-2. This field named after the great Joanne Graff. She coached the Noles for 30 years, 7 Women's College World Series. And of course, a Florida State Hall of Famer. What a legacy she set. Evans back on the grass, reaches up and makes the catch for the second out. Here's Joanne. You know she's proud of the team and really proud of the coaching job that Lonnie Alameda has done over the last almost 2 decades now.
Yeah, truly, Lonnie Alameda has carried the torch that Joanne Graff lit here in Tallahassee. One of the best programs in the country year over year.
Hit sharply to second. CeCe Humphreys gobbles it up. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Isa Vega. We head to the 7th, and UCF needs 1 to tie. Florida State, 3 outs away, forcing a 7th game in this regional. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, UCLA in the driver's seat. If they beat South Carolina tonight, they will host the Supers next weekend. How about the Bruins and the number of home runs they've hit this year? It's ridiculous.
It's crazy. And that team alone has outpaced a handful of conferences, let alone Megan Grant, extending the NCAA single-season record to 39. Coming off a UCLA Women's Basketball Championship, Megan Grant was part of that team, to a UCLA club that could make a run for a softball national championship in late May.
The Knights need to get something going. They have just 2 hits against Jazzy Franson, the ACC Pitcher of the Year. As that one is shot foul off the bat of Ashley Griffin. Should be followed by Jaimez and Calvez here in the 7th. Knights need a run. We have seen them scratch together offense late already this weekend in Tallahassee.
Yeah. Florida State 47-0, leading after 6th. And I bet you the statistics weren't in UCF's favor against Jack State on Friday. Down to their final strike, 2 outs, nobody on, and they found a way. Can they do it here against Franczyk, the ace for this team, with their backs against the wall?
I thought that was a strike. It's 2-1. 3-1.
Yeah, that 1-1 pitch, it's so critical. When you look at the statistics of that 1-1 count, and if it goes 1-2 versus 2-1, it's a massive difference. That pitch, umpire called up. Franczyk and the faithful here thought it was a strike.
New left fielder, Haley Griggs, has moved from first base to left. And we have a new first baseman, Angeli Bueno, who has come in defensively at first a couple of times over the weekend. She's back there again. Pulled foul. You look at these next 3 hitters here for UCF, and they need to find some offense, but Griffin, Coco Jaimez, and Zoe Calvez, a combined 0 for 6 in this game.
Yeah, and credit Franczyk. I think this is the at-bat here where it gets really interesting. Jaimez, Calvez, lefties, really good speed, really good opportunity to put the ball in play.
3-2, popped up, foul ground. Danley coming over and watches it go out of play.
Because if Griffin's able to get on here, I imagine there might be a runner to add some speed. And then Coco Jaimez and Zoe Calvez can then use their tools to move that runner over. And if it gets in a situation where Calvez and Jaimez, who have started to barrel balls up against Franczyk, although Ofer, it's a good spot if you're UCF.
Big strikeout for Franczyk. 2nd time she has got Griffin to fan. 1 away.
Huge. And it's the mix of speeds and the ability to attack with all of her tools that led to this. A great job by the sophomore, attacking 4 punch-outs on the day, and I'm sure she'll get a curtain call from the Joanne Graff faithful.
So that's going to do it for Franczyk. He leaves with 1 out in the 7th. Jazzy Francic, Capital One, rewarding performance, 6 1/3, gives up 1 run on 1 hit. Pardon me, 2 hits, walked 1, and struck out 4, including that big strikeout of Griffin for the first out here in the 7th.
And just a magnificent performance from the sophomore. After the weekend that she's had, giving up 5 runs on Friday, the upset, to come back today against this offense, incredible.
So Ashton Danley, who was the winning pitcher yesterday, called on here to get the last 2 outs. And why the move now?
Well, Francic's numbers split-wise, the ERA has been inflated against lefties. Her ERA versus left-handed hitters, Jazzy Francic's 3.28 versus righties 1.31. The walk rate versus lefties at 20%. Danley, better numbers on that split against the 3 lefties remaining in this lineup. A drop ball pitcher with a good changeup. And so if the lineup turns over, limits the opportunities for home runs.
Coco Jaimez 0 for 2 today, but she was the heroine of that comeback win against Jack State. There's the first strike from Ashton Danley.
And you saw yesterday, Jaimez hit the ball really well, 0 for 2 against Stetson. But they had her played right on the line, the left fielder, Haley Griggs, now off the line.
Called strike on the outside corner. 2-2. The Knights need a run. Otherwise, it's going to be a second game with Florida State coming up later this afternoon. 2-2 pitch. Chopped. Gonna be a tough play. Beecham won't have a throw. Infield hit for Coco Jaimez. And you expect her to deliver in a clutch moment, as she has all year and all weekend.
Jaimez will beat you with hard hit balls out to left field, but she also can beat you in front, so you have to respect that as an infielder. Can't play too shallow, but she might blister it by there, uses the wheels with the slap, and passes the bat to another slapper in Calvez.
Sophomore puts it in play, could be 2. They'll only get 1. And so now the Knights down to their last out. And it's going to be a tough out to get. Samantha Ray, she's in the 9-hole, but she's been on twice, and one of their scrappiest hitters.
Yeah, this is who you want if you're UCF, especially with Aubrey Evans on deck. If you can get it to the senior captain with an opportunity, that's all you can ask for.
Crowd to its feet. Danley turns, fires, ball game. We will play 2.
Florida State, biggest upset in the tournament on Friday. It's win or go home from there, and that's all they've done. First it was Jack State, then it was the revenge against Stetson, and then this morning it was taking down the in-state rival in UCF. A battle of the aces. Jazzy Francic came out, 6 1/3 innings, 1-run ball, and we will play game 7 of the regional.
Jazzy Francic making that Anna Hind leadoff homer in the 4th hold up. That was the game-winning hit. Both pitchers were outstanding, so now a winner-take-all game coming up in a little over half an hour here in Tallahassee, and the winner of that one will go to the Super Regional to face whoever comes out of Los Angeles, and right now the Bruins are in the driver's seat there. What a game. Great pitching, timely hitting for Florida State, 2 home runs propel them to a second game against UCF coming up in just a little bit. For Rain Wilson and our crew, I'm Clay Matvick saying so long from now from Tallahassee.